Right, I think it's time to look at the crank, see what condition that's in, and even the sludge trap, and do some measuring up and stuff. What I've done, let me get my little pointer thing because you probably see it a bit better. I have marked on each one a couple of centre punch dots there, so that's number 2. Number 1's there somewhere, just in there. And there's also the manufacturer's punch marks on there, and then a marked up 2 and 1 as well, so I know which way round the arm what goes where. So we'll get that crank, the conrods off conrods off, and we'll have a look at those and do some measuring up. Okay, okie dokie. Bearing shell's a bit of wear on it. It's feeling quite pitted as well. We could probably go for some new bearing shells. Yeah, it's the same as to be expected. That was the one that was feeling a little bit ropey. We'll get the other one off and have a look at that as well. That one, some horrendous wear in that. Yeah, they're definitely getting replaced. Right, next I'm going to measure up these journals, see how well we're doing. They look alright, I feel alright. I'm happy with those. So I'm going to measure it, 6 points. So I'll do one there, one there, one there, one there, and then one there, one there, so I'll get a rough idea of what everything's like. Try that again, do it in the right bit.
5 minutes later.
Happy days. Right, there's my measurements. As you can see, it's a smidge, it's supposed to be 41.237, that's in millimetres, which is a smidge under. And that is bang on in the middle where it should be. I'm happy with that because they're straight. There's no deformation in the crank journals or anything. I think we're going to go with that. I've had a quick measure up on this end journal here. This is for the timing case seal end. You see that wear mark there? That is 20 thou under the outer diameter, so I reckon oil's been pumping past that because there's a bit of clag in the crankshaft galleries, which I will show you. I've put that in there. I can wiggle around. A load of crap coming off the end of it. It's a bit gammy in there, so we'll get the sludge trap out and have a look at that, shall we? Right, I know this isn't the best camera angle. Somebody's been in here before, so I think that's the original manufacturer's dot marks there. There's 1, 2, 3 around there, and there's some marring on the screw. Let's get it out, let's have a look. Just going to drill these a little bit just to give us a bit of clearance. Well, it's going now. There we go. sludge in there. Right, trying to get you a good angle there. That is the contents of the sludge trap, which don't look too bad. But we'll get it out and give it all a good clean. Will it come out? No, look at the sludge on there. Yummers. Yummers, yummers, yummers.
3 hours later.
Right, I had to get quite persuasive with this, as you can see, to get it out. But we're out. A fair old whack of sludge in there. But the trap itself is quite clear, which is good. Got it in the bin anyway. So I have a new one. So let's give it all cleaned out. Right, before I go mental, let's just make sure things fit. Like I say, we're getting little cat's whiskers coming off of that. So I want to try and get those out of the way before I actually fit it properly. So there's no chance of bits floating around in the crank and blocking things up. Happy with that. I'll get that all cleaned out properly. That all fits in there like that. Perfect. Lovely job. Alright, let's go for it. Make sure that that lines up in there.
Fifteen minutes later.
Right, so that's the dry fit. Everything appears to have lined up properly. So what we'll do, we'll get it all out, get it cleaned up again, and then get it all Loctite and torqued down and everything.
1 minute later.
I'll set this to 32 foot-pounds. Yeah, I know I've gone a bit overboard with the thread lock on there, but you know, better safe than sorry, because once it's in the engine we ain't going to see it again. We don't want it flying out. That would not be fun. That's sat flush. And that should stop that from coming out, allegedly. So there we are then. That is the crank done. Wasn't too much gunk in there, which I'm happy with. Got to get new bearing shells for the big ends. I'm going to get my conrods to my tame engineer, who's my father-in-law. He used to do that for a living, get him to balance them all, which he's quite adept at by now. Need an undersized O-ring for oil seal for this end. The Doom 20 thou under, so that's easy enough to sort out. And as the silly season is fast approaching us, I don't have a lot of spare cash at the moment, because it's got to go on other things apparently, for the kids or something, I don't know. So this may be the last bit of work I do on this year, so thanks for watching.